Here in Sedona, Arizona, I'm sitting down with Kody, Mary, Robin, Christine, and David.
Kody Parker was a man of many talents, chief among them, pushing buttons. Not the literal ones, like the ones on his TV remote or the buttons on his shirt, although he wasn't exactly a fashion icon. No, Kody had a knack for pushing people's buttons. And in a house as crowded as his, that was both a blessing and a curse. You see, Kody lived in a sprawling compound nestled in the dusty outskirts of Utah, a place where 4 women and 14 children shared walls, stories, and more than a few secrets. The Parker family had grown from a curious rumor into a full-blown reality show sensation, and Kody, the patriarch, was at the center of it all. But today was different. This morning, Kody awoke with a mischievous glint in his eye, the kind that meant trouble. It was Sunday, family day, and while everyone was supposed to be resting or praying or quietly managing their own routines, Kody had other plans. His first target, Mary. Mary, his first wife, had been meditating on the porch, eyes closed, trying to find a sliver of peace amidst the chaos of the Parker household. Kody crept behind her, holding a small remote control from the stereo system. Without warning, he pressed the play button. Suddenly, the serene silence was shattered by the booming voice of a heavy metal song blasting through the speakers. Mary's eyes shot open. "Kody! What in the world?" she exclaimed, swatting at the air as if to silence the invisible noise. Kody grinned. "Come on, Mary. You gotta admit, a little chaos wakes up the spirit." Mary huffed but couldn't suppress a reluctant smile. "You're impossible." That was Kody's favorite word. Impossible. Because in his world, impossible was just a challenge waiting to be met. From the kitchen came the clatter of dishes as Janelle, the second wife, stepped out with a basket of laundry. She raised an eyebrow. "What's going on now?" "Oh, just your husband spreading some joy," Kody said, winking. Janelle shook her head but didn't look entirely annoyed. She knew Kody's antics were part of the family's rhythm, like an unpredictable drumbeat. Meanwhile, Christine, the third wife, was inside the house organizing the kids for their weekly hike. She heard the noise and glanced out the window. "Again," she muttered under her breath. And then there was Robin, the newest wife, who preferred quiet mornings but had learned to expect the unexpected. Kody's button pushing wasn't just about mischief. It was his way of keeping everyone on their toes, reminding them that life, even in a complicated family like theirs, could be full of surprises. But today, Kody wasn't just pushing buttons for laughs. He had something else in mind. Something that might just push all the buttons at once. As the family gathered in the living room later that day, Kody stood in the middle, hands clasped behind his back, a mischievous smile curling his lips. "All right, everyone," he began. "I have an idea that's going to shake things up around here." The room went quiet. The kids stopped their games. The wives exchanged curious glances. Kody continued, "We're going to have a family challenge. Each of you picks one button, a metaphorical button, something that you think pushes the limits around here. Then, we'll see who can handle the most button pushing without breaking." Mary raised an eyebrow. "You want us to push each other's buttons on purpose?" Kody nodded. "Exactly. It's a test of patience, humor, and maybe even love. Think of it as extreme button pushing." Christine chuckled. "Only you, Kody, could come up with something like this." Janelle smiled. "I'm in. Could be fun." Robin looked hesitant but intrigued. "All right, let's see what you've got." And so began the Parker family's most chaotic and unexpectedly bonding day ever.